Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Heart Warriors Tarot. This is going to be a timeless reading for Sagittarius. So if you have sun sign Sagittarius, moon in Sagittarius or ascendant in Sagittarius, this reading may be helpful to you. If your north node is in Sagittarius as well, you may be able to make use of this reading. If there are significant transits of planets running through wherever Sagittarius is in your chart, then this could be helpful to you as well, no matter what sign you are. So it's really about how you connect with that Sagittarian energy, the Sagittarius constellation, at the time you come across this reading. I've got the Mystical Forest Tarot here that I'm going to be using for this reading, and we're really just going to be looking at current energies, what's going on, and any advice and guidance that may come to the fore for you. That obviously we're hoping will be helpful. I'm going to chime my singing bowl like I usually do, and we're going to take this moment, just take a deep breath in, tune in, relax, and focus in on what it is that we'd like some help and guidance with. And I'd just like to thank Spirit for being here with us today and guiding this reading for the highest good of all. Thank you to our guides, thank you to our angels for their presence and guidance in this reading. Okay, let's see. What does the universe want to tell Sagittarius, please? What does the universe want to tell Sagittarius at this time? That can be the first card. Can be the second. Okay, and that can be the third. Let's start with these three. We have the Three of Wands, followed by the Five of Swords, followed by the Judgment card. There is a sense here of feeling like you need to do your best to fulfill a certain vision or expectation that you have of yourself regarding a certain situation. You're really looking at all the different avenues that you can approach this thing, and there is a sense that you need to get it right. You need to win, if you like. You don't want this to go wrong, whatever it is. It's incredibly important, whatever it is, incredibly important to you on some level or another. And I'm really seeing that this guy here in the Judgment card, this is like you, and it's like you're assessing all of your options here. And with the Judgment card, there is often a sense of needing to be very discerning in whatever decisions that you're making, but also that potentially you are being judged in some way or another, or you are judging yourself in how well it is that you do this thing. Oh, I beg your pardon. This is actually the Four of Wands. That's okay. What I said still stands, but the Four of Wands adds a family focus or community feel to what I've just said. Okay. There is a certain outcome that you want for this situation that is to do with your happiness within your family, or family happiness, or happiness for members of your family. And maybe that's part of the reason why in your mind this has to be right. Whatever it is you're about to go into, whatever it is that you're about to do with your family or explore with your family, it has to be right. It has to work in your own mind, okay? You don't want to get this next step wrong. That is what you're feeling. That's what you're thinking, okay? That's not the universe saying to you, you must get it right. The universe doesn't do that. But this is coming through as this is how you're feeling about the situation. Then we've got the Page of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles often suggests a maternal energy, so mother, grandmother energy, or the matriarch of the family. And the Page of Wands suggests here doing something, whatever it is you're stepping into here, that has a feeling that you are being quite bold, you're being quite daring, you're being quite adventurous about it, and that you might not be appreciated completely for what it is that you're doing or the suggestions that you're making. Even if they're fabulous suggestions, even if they're wonderful things, I'm noticing the Queen of Pentacles here looking away from the Page of Wands. It's like she doesn't want to hear what he's saying. She doesn't want to know, okay? So, and again, I'm seeing this Page of Wands as your energy. Notice that in the Judgment card, this figure has got his hat on, and the Page of Wands has also got a hat on. So in this particular reading, I'm seeing these two people as the same. This is you in the Judgment card, really assessing and discerning and trying to figure out how to go about a certain thing to keep yourself and all members of your family happy, possibly the mother or grandmother specifically. And this is you now turning around and starting to action your ideas. And we've got this Queen of Pentacles, this mother, grandmother person turning away, not wanting to know, not listening. Okay, you can see that in the picture here, and that's really the energy that I'm getting here from this kind of thing. Sometimes the Five of Swords can have the feeling of cutting your nose off to spite your face, and there is a bit of a sense here that someone is feeling like they don't want to do that. They don't want to cut their nose off to spite their face. Maybe they are cutting their nose off to spite their face. Maybe they're being very belligerent here about what the Page of Wands is suggesting. The Page of Wands can sometimes come across, or if the Page of Wands is an idea rather than a person, it can come across as ludicrous. It can come across as totally wild and totally out there. And this Queen of Pentacles is a very grounded person, likes reason, likes logic, and doesn't want to know what the Page of Wands has to say. Okay, that's what's coming through to me here is the situation that is being dealt with. And then we've got this as the outcome card. This is the High Priestess. The High Priestess is all about what's going on inside. It's about the internal things. And there may be a lot going on inside the Queen of Pentacles, or inside whatever the situation is, that isn't being said. Things that are unknown. The story is a secret in some ways, and there's no telling how it's going to unfold. So there's a sense here that maybe the Queen of Pentacles wants to keep a certain level of control here, because within she's feeling like she wants to be or needs to be the High Priestess. I think the High Priestess in one sense is also you know, with this Judgment card here and the Page of Wands, you trying to follow your own guidance here. But I'm really getting a strong feeling as well that this Queen of Pentacles figure, which is the mother, grandmother energy, is also trying to follow the High Priestess. So it's like you both have your internal guidance and it's conflicting a little bit. Your internal guidance is basically telling you different things. So as an outcome card, the High Priestess is always ambiguous. There is no clear solution here, because the solution is all to do about what's going on inside and within each person's internal guidance, essentially what each person's intuition is telling them. And as an answer card, the High Priestess usually says the answer is unknown, because the story is hidden within a book, and that book is only accessible to some people. Not everyone has access to the Akashic records. Not everyone has access to what is going to unfold at any given time. And one of the reasons we don't always have access to those things is because we're supposed to learn as we go. The experiences we have as we go is what makes us grow as people, whether we like it or not. So that essentially is the situation that is coming up as prominent for somebody watching this reading, possibly more than one person. And I'm going to turn over now a card for any advice or guidance that your spirit guides might want to give you, or your angelic beings, whoever it is that you work with, might want to tell you. 7 of Wands. That's so funny. I think this came up as an advice card recently for another fire sign. This is really about not giving up and have the courage to stand by your own truths, having the courage to defend your position, and having the courage to do things your way. The ironic thing about this card is you can apply it to either the Queen of Pentacles or the Page of Wands. Okay, so you can apply it to either of you, and there's really no right or wrong here. In some ways there's no solution to this reading, because it's very much about the courage that you feel within. It's very much about your personal convictions and your personal beliefs around a certain situation, and you doing things with a sense of your own virtue and valor, really following your own path. And that is what both of these characters are being driven to do. And it could be that there's just a disagreement between them about how to go about a certain thing. Okay, that is the situation that's coming up. And like I said, there is no clear answer here, there is no clear solution here. But the good thing about that is that there's really no wrong or right. It's really about what each individual person wants, even if the situation is complicated. It's really down to the individual person and what each individual wants. So I'm going to leave that reading there. If you are relating to this, I hope this helps you in some way or another, or at least confirms something that you may have had suspicions about or that you may have known. In the extended reading over on my Patreon page, I'm going to specifically go into romance and relationships for Sagittarius, career and business and finances for Sagittarius, and health and spirituality for Sagittarius. All the extended videos are over on my Patreon page. The link is below in the description or in the bio. If I don't see you over there, I shall see you next time for the next reading, Sagittarius. Take care of yourselves. Bye bye.